Welcome dear student. In this video we study syllabus belongs to paper number 14 bioinformatics, biostatics and economic botany. In this paper unit number 2 biostatics. In that biostatics the last point is a graphical representation, and in this graphical representation we have to study histogram and polygon. The representation of quantitative data suitably through charts and diagram is known as a graphical representation of data. Graph includes both chart as well as diagrams. The main object of diagrammatic representation is to emphasize the relative position of different subdivisions and not simply to record details. There are some advantages of graphical representation. In that, first advantage is it is easily understood by all. Second, the data can be presented in a more attractive form. Third, it shows the trend and tendency of values of the variable. Fourth, diagrammatic representations are useful to detect mistakes at the time of data computations. Fifth one, it shows a relationship between two or more sets of figures. Sixth, it has the universal applicability. Sixth, it is helpful in assimilating the data readily and quickly. There are some disadvantages of graphical representation. In them, first is it does not show as well as the details about all the facts which is included. Graphical representation can reveal only the approximate position. It takes a lot of time to prepare of a graph. The different types of diagrammatic representations, in them there are various types of graphs in the form of a charts and diagram. Some of them are line graph or line diagram. Second, bar diagram. Third, pie chart. Fourth, histogram. Fifth one, frequency polygon. And last one is ogutes, means cumulative frequency polygon. There are number of modes of graphical representation of a data. The data in the form of a raw scores is known as ungrouped data, and when it is organized into frequency distribution, then it is referred to as grouped data. Separate modes and methods are used to represent these two types of data, ungrouped data and grouped data. For this graphical representation of ungrouped data, the ways which is used, these are nothing but line diagrams as well as graphs. Second, bar diagrams, pie diagrams or chart, and fourth is pictograms. Means in these four ways the graphical representation of ungrouped data is done. While grouped data, their graphical representation is done by histogram, frequency polygon, cumulative frequency curve, or it is known as ogue. Here one example is given to you, and in that example, for example, serial number means we say that it is nothing but a trees, and there are certain number of trees which is these are nothing but, for example, serial numbers, and in that serial numbers 1 to 12 serial numbers is given in that chart or in this table, and from them we observe certain observation. Means one is having 4, for example, fruit, productivity, which you consider. 2 number of plant having 5 kg, 3 number having 8 kg, which may be of productivity. 4 number plant means there are these 12 plants, these are studied in any orchid as well as any garden, and these are having such a observation regarding to flower as well as fruits as well as any yields, and their diagrammatic representation which we have to study with the help of a line graph. We have to draw the line graph of these observation, and for this purpose the solution means in this solution for the diagrammatic representation as well as a graphical representation, we consider the x-axis and y-axis, and such type of a reading as well as a measurement is given on x-axis and y-axis. On the y-axis we have on x-axis we take the serial number, and on y-axis the product which is produced means in the form of their flower number, fruit number as well as a yield which is produced by this plant in a kg. If it is considered, all these are taken on the y-axis. Here for 1 the 4, for second 5, correct, for 3 8, means plot the points for 1 4, 2 5, for 3 8, 4 8, 5 10, such type of points these are given, and then with the help of pencil we draw the line, and this is nothing but a line graph for the presentation of any we say that observation. Second one is nothing but a bar diagram. A bar diagram is a graph on which the data are represented in the form of bars and is useful in comparing qualitative as well as a quantitative data of a discrete type. It consists of a number of equally spaced rectangular areas with equal width and which is originates from a horizontal base line, that is nothing but on x-axis. The length of bar is proportional to the value it represents, and therefore it should be seen that the bars are neither too shorter nor too long. They are shaded or colored suitably. For our convenience, for the differentiation, we have to color these bar as well as we have to give the shading. The bars may be vertical or horizontal in a bar diagram. If the bars are placed horizontally, it is called horizontal bar diagram. When the bars are placed vertically, it is called as a vertical bar diagram. And there are again three types of a bar diagram: in simple bar diagram, multiple or grouped bar diagram. Third is nothing but a component or subdivided bar diagram. Then histogram. It is the most common form of a diagrammatic representation of a grouped frequency distribution of both continuous as well as a discontinuous type. It consists of a set of a rectangle drawn on a horizontal baseline, that is on x-axis, and a frequency, that is nothing but a number of observation, is marked on the vertical line on y-axis ordinate. The width of each rectangle extends over the class boundaries of the corresponding class along the horizontal axis. The area of each rectangle is proportional to the frequency in the respective class interval. Then how we work these procedure? For these, there are two types. One is nothing but convert the inclusive series into exclusive series. Means for the making these class, we have to use these inclusive and exclusive series. In that, first convert the inclusive series into exclusive series. Means for example, we consider the age of plant, and in that garden the 10 to 19 years old plant, these are 2, 20 to 29 years plant 7, 30 to 39 years plant 5, 40 to 49 year plants, these are nothing but 8. Means this is nothing but age group 10 to 19, and it is termed as in that exclusive is done, means 10 to 19. In between them, the age of plant, these are included in the first group. But when the age is 20 years, then it is coming into the second group, 20 to 29. But the age is 30 years, it is coming in a third group, 30 to 39. And last 40 to 49, which is having the 8 frequencies. Exclusive series means, for example, we have to consider age limit of that class 10 to 19. In them, we have to consider the 9.5 to 19.5. Then 20 to 29, actually true limit is a 19.5 to 29.5. Similarly, 30 to 39, that is nothing but a 29.5 to 39.5. And last 39.5 to 49.5, this age limit is included in a 40 to 49 group. Then size of interval. Size of interval each is having 10. Size of interval means the that is in that class the size is of a 10, means the size of interval. The frequency which you observe in that case, these are written in this manner. And frequency density, that is nothing but 0, 2 divided by 10, 7 divided by 10, 5 divided by 10, 8 divided by 10 means 0.8. This is a frequency density. This point is not in our syllabus, but only you know that this is nothing but a frequency density, and it is calculated by actually frequency divided by size of interval. And by this the answer we got, it is also called frequency density. The scores in the form of actual class limit as 9.5 to 19.5, 19.5 to 29.5, etc. are taken in the construction of histogram rather than the class limit 10, 90, 20, 29, 29, etc. Means when we actually draw these histogram, at that time our class limit is actually started from 9.5 and it is ended into 49.5, each having the size of interval 10. Then it is customary to take two extra class intervals, one below and other above the given grouped intervals. Now take actually lower limits of the class intervals including extra intervals and plot them the y-axis. Y-axis means here it is started from 2, means the scale which you taken on the y-axis, it is not started from 2 but it is taken from the 0, and therefore take actual lower limits of the data intervals including extra intervals and plot them in the y-axis. The lower limit of lowest intervals, one of the extra interval is taken at intersecting point of x and y axis, means here 0 point we consider. Each class or interval with its specific frequency is represented by a separate rectangle. The base of each rectangle is the width of class interval and the height is the respective frequency of that class of interval. Means for example 9.5 and 19.5, in this class the frequency is 2. The 2 is nothing but height of that respective frequency or height of that actually plotting. 19.5 to 29.5, their height is 7. Similarly 29.5 and 39.5, their height is 5. Means the base of each rectangle is the width of the class interval. Is the width of a class interval, means it is nothing but a 10, 10, 10, 10. It is nothing but a width, as well as we say that a frequency density, size of interval is actually its width, and height is nothing but it height of each block is nothing but actually its frequency. Means by doing this on x-axis and y-axis, we can easily plot the histogram. Uses: it gives visual representation of the relative size of the various groups. Second, the surface of the top of a rectangle also gives an idea of the nature of the frequency curve for the population. Third is nothing but it may be used to find the mode graphically. Then we turn towards the next frequency polygon. It is an area diagram represented in the form of a curve which is obtained by joining the middle points of the tops of the rectangles. In a histogram, or joining the midpoints of class intervals at the height of frequencies by straight lines. It gives a polygon, that is figures with many angles. The frequency polygon is obtained by joining the successive points whose abscisses are represented the mid values, and it ordinate represent the corresponding class frequencies. In order to complete the drawing of a polygon, the two endpoints are joined to the baseline at the midpoints of the empty classes at each end of the frequency distribution. Thus, the frequency polygon has the same area as the histogram, provided the width of all classes is the same. Here in this diagrammatic representation, we both see that is the histogram as well as a frequency polygon. We have to construct a histogram and frequency polygon by using these data. Means, for example, 100 to 150. In that group, for example, means number of trees, 100 to 150 trees, they produce the 4 kg yield. 150 to 200 plants, they yield 600 kg. 200 to 250 plants, they yield the 13 kg. 250 to 300 plants, they yield 5 kg. As well as 300 to 350 plants, they yield only the 2 kg. For any product we consider. Means this is one example. We have to case of equal class interval, means 100 to 154, 150 to 206, means these are nothing but we have to directly given the frequency, and with the help of these we can draw these histogram. X-axis we consider the class intervals and y-axis we consider the frequency. The frequency is started from 4, but we consider from 0 to 4. Such type of a plotting on y-axis we consider regarding to it frequency, and here the class interval 100 to 150, but we consider 50 to 100, 150, 200, 250, means in this manner up to 400 we selected the class intervals. And by using these 100 to 150, means we not only include the 100 but we consider the other also, means that is below 100, means for example 75, 80, if it is a considered, it is a coming in 100 to 150, means such in this way we plot these, and with the help of these 50 to 100, 100 to 50, 150, such type of a plotting we does, and therefore we can get such a type of a histogram, and their middle point we considered, and on that basis if these are used by using only the line graph, we can obtain its a polygon also, frequency polygon. It is a particularly useful in representing a simple and ungrouped frequency distribution of discrete variables. It gives an approximate idea of the shape of the frequency curve. Means with the help of these we can easily draw the polygon. 100 to 150, it is having the 4 frequency, therefore 100 to 150, here 4. Then 150 to 200 frequency is a 6, correct, center point. Then 200 to 250, 23 here. Then 28, means in this manner we can easily draw the polygon also, and we can with the line we can draw the polygon. And here we complete this point, histogram and polygon. Thank you, student.